Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, it's finally here. We've been waiting for a long time for the next guaranteed champion summoning event. And they're going to drop it. It's actually dropping over the next couple of days. Let me go through the info of it because it's probably not the one I was expecting yet. I was either expecting a Sacred Shard guaranteed champion event or an Ancient Shard based on everything that's happened, based on history and all that type of stuff. And honestly, on my free-to-play account, I was kind of in a really good spot for the Ancients. I'm nowhere near in the Voids, and I probably wouldn't have had enough Sacred. So I'm kind of like in that middle ground of, you know, would I've been in the mix? Not quite. But they are doing a guaranteed Void Shard champion event for a legendary Void with 80 Void Shards. So this is in line with the last one they did. Turvold was 80. They've done some for 90 before. I think before that it was all kind of epics and stuff. So 80 is about right. Is it about right in terms of should it be what it is? Well, it's just what they've kind of landed on. So it's what they're going to do. Now, this is the kind of interesting part about this one. The champion is currently broken. So yeah, the champion they're doing it on is Fortis, who currently is broken. They actually put out a bit of a blurb in their Raid Digest, the last one that came out. Fortis fixed. This was on the 7th of the 10th. Fortis is a new champion that came to Teleria a couple of days ago. You may not have encountered him yet, but its A3 Astral Terrors is not packing as much of a punch as it should. So in the nearest big update, which is going to be, I think, next week, I'm guessing it's next week, we will fix it and the damage will return to what we intended. Sorry for the temporary inconvenience, blah, blah, blah. So I've not tested him yet because I didn't have access to the test server this time around, but I've seen Scratch do videos and a couple of others, and yeah, it looks like he lacks a lot. Yeah, it looks like his A3 sucks. Now, weirdly, the marketing team decided that rather than wait until the fix, wait until there's hype, and then do a Void Shard thing, they're going to do the Void Shard thing, get the guaranteed champion out there, and then, oh, by the way, we're going to fix him, you know, like a week after. Can you believe that that's what they're doing? Honestly, it baffles the brain. Anyway, let's go through his kit. He's got an okay speed. He's got good base stats. He's a defense-based legendary champion, Void legendary. He's got an A1, which has got a chance to place a fear, goes up to 50%. This attack will always be a crit if the target is already under fear. The A2 is an AoE, 100% chance to place true fear for a turn. It cannot be resisted by targets under fear already. And then the A3, which is meant to be his kind of cannon of a smack, attacks all enemies, ignores 30% of their defense. Sorry, will ignore 30% of their defense if they've got fear or true fear. This attack is always a crit against targets under fear or true fear. The damage of the skill increases by 10% every time a fear or true fear debuff is placed on an enemy. This skill has a 40% chance to be unlocked for one turn whenever there is a fear or true fear debuff placed. So I'm guessing that it's locked away. It activates when fears or true fears are placed. And then the more that get out there, the more damage it could do. And I'm pretty certain that this has got like it will scale into affinity. I'm pretty certain that it will just keep scaling the more time fear or true fear goes out there. The challenge with this is, it's not like, oh, we'll just keep putting true fear on a boss, because pretty much, if not all, bosses are immune to fear or true fear effects. So this then becomes an arena ability, which means that the most you're going to have really is like 4 out there at any time. So yeah, I mean, it's still going to scale well if you've got someone like a Mashald with you, or, you know, someone who's going to be placing these true fears. But it feels like there's a lot of setup to make his kit activate and be cool. And then his passive here, so increases the chance of enemies' steals failing when fear or true fears are out there. So instead of a 50-50, 65% chance. And then the active effect part of it prevents him from dying, keeps him alive on 1 HP when hits, and he would die. Then he cleanses him, and then basically he gets a full heal and a depleted turn meter. So he's kind of like a not Turbo, the other one, Torben. So Torben dies. He comes back to life full health, but he's got a freeze on him. This guy comes back to life full health, no turn meter. Says here, then 80% chance of placing fear on all enemies for a turn. Lastly, places a sleep on himself. This cannot be resisted. So instead of the freeze from like a Torben, he's being slept, which means he could be woken up. Fear's going out on all enemies, and obviously buffing his A3 damage. It's quite a conditional champion. His kit is interesting, but I think fear is one of the worst of the kind of control mechanics. I like that you don't really need to build him with... I suppose you need accuracy for this. I think you need accuracy for this. You need accuracy for this. But you don't necessarily need accuracy for this. I don't know. He seems a bit of a muddle of a champion. But anyway, he's yours. He's available for 80 shards. And maybe after the fix, he's going to be insane. Who knows? We don't know yet. We haven't been told what the actual fix is going to be. All I've been told is, oh, and don't forget, he's going to be fixed. Like that, you know? It's like, don't forget, the fix is coming. Yeah. But what is it? Let me just see. It just says here, just a reminder about Fortas. Long story short, he should be fixed. Anyway. So Fortas is going to be the guaranteed. Now, let's go through the times 10 champions that are also going to be on at the same time. So we've got, you know, the guaranteed running throughout the event. We've also got some pretty big champions in the mix generally. So one of the champions up for grabs is Miscreated Monster. Still a really good champion to kind of like scale your account with. Got the AoE hit with chance to stun and give you a massive shield. Still a great progression champion for Spider. Yeah, this is still a really good champion to come in and do that job. And he does have an ally protect as well and heals. He's also good for like Doom Tower waves if you're struggling to get through some of those waves. The Miscreated Monster's still good. He's not what he was in terms of like a must-get champion. There's lots of other champions now that help. Yeah. We've got another one here in Skull Crusher. Similar story, really. He's not the be-all and end-all that he used to be, but he's still fairly unique in the game. So he's got ally protect, he's got counter-attack, and he makes himself unkillable. If you cannot build unkillable clan boss teams, then a counter-attacker with this dude is still a really good answer to the problem. So Skull Crusher comes in as a good ally protector and counter-attacker for clan boss. Almost that's it. They're like other areas of the game, he's okay, but he's not brilliant nowadays, in my opinion. Next one we've got on the list is the Frog. So we've got Taragi here. This is a great epic champion. Again, if you're building a killable clan boss team, he's one of the best champions, I think. Certainly best epics in the game. He's also good for faction wars and kind of good as a general carry support unit. He's got decreased attack A1. He's got a provoke on his A2. And he's got a really cool A3. So he's got shields, ally protect, reflect, and healing. Lots going on his A3. And a passive that when he's hit, plays poisons as well. So Taragi is actually the real deal. Brilliant, brilliant epic, in my opinion. And then the last of the epics is a High Elf, I believe. Void High Elf. This is a bit of a weird champion. Fast, good stats, all that type of stuff is great. She's like a mini net crit, but not anywhere near the same level. Saying that, she does do a bit of work. She's mainly an arena champion, I think. Decreased crit damage on the A1's okay. Not anything really that great. A stun, 100% chance to place a stun on an A2. Does go to a 2-turn stun if the target's got buffs. That's extremely rare to find in the game, but it is single target, 3-turn cooldown. It's still like, it's going to lock somebody out completely in the arena. The A3 is an AoE, 100% chance of decreasing the duration of all enemy buffs by 2 turns. That should really be just a cleanse. If you think about it, 2 turns reduction should pretty much wipe out any buffs that are out there. Increases duration of increased defense buffs on allies by a turn. Again, it's like a bit situational, but it's okay. And then this is where the kind of mini net crit thing comes in. So at the start of each turn, not the start of a round like net crit. Net crit happens before anyone has a turn. She has to have a turn for this to work. She places ally protect on an ally with the lowest HP, cannot be herself, and strengthen and increase defense on herself. So she basically protects, ideally, your nuker in the team. It's quite cool. It's quite cool to do that, plus come in with the stun or the kind of enemy drop buffs. You know, for like a gold 5 type of arena champion, brilliant. I don't think she kind of really gets in the mix too much above that. Let's move on to the legendaries then. First one we've got is Koku. Fantastic champion. Can solo Bommel 90 hard. I've done a video on that. Is an absolute beast for clan boss. For probably comes in and does some work actually against Iron Twins. Like, she's really, really good. Hits so damn hard with this A1 as well. So she hits once, will place 3 hits if they've got a load of debuffs out there. This becomes an absolute cannon against clan boss. Also good chance to place weaken from it as well. AoE decrease attack on the A2. If somebody else does AoE decrease attack, it becomes an AoE HP burn on the A2, which is actually very cool utility. And then she's got the ally protect and block damage on the A3. So basically she's protecting all of your team, but she's not taking the protected damage. It's very, very unique, very cool. She gets an extra turn after she does it. The only problem with this is this extra turn makes her very hard to speed tune for clan boss stuff. It's not impossible. I've done it. Deadwood's done it. He's got some videos on it as well. It does make it quite hard. But yeah, Koku is brilliant, actually. He's a really fun champ. She's also got this kind of like arena defense type of setup. Again, I've done a guide on her, and she's a really fun champ. Basically, it's a bit like Seeker. So when somebody hits and crits, she spreads increased defense across your team. She also heals as well. So if you put her in the front of the team, she's going to spread that increased defense before anybody else actually takes a hit. Makes her extremely good for a Ghost Second arena team. And she's got defense in all battles as well. So yeah, Koku is really good. We've got Sneak Track, one I don't have. So we've got here a decrease attack, A1. Can go on for more turns if Leech is out there. AoE drops speed on the A2 and a shield if Leech is going out there. Ally protect on his A3 with this kind of reflect damage mechanic. And then a passive here. So whenever an ally under reflect damage, which he's just done, is attacked, places a leech on the attacker, which activates the A1 and A2 better. And you get a bigger reflect than the normal reflect dude here. This guy's okay. He's pretty damn solid across the board. I wouldn't say he's like a game changer, but he's damn solid. And then we've got an HP in all battles as well. So not a bad one. But actually, there's quite a lot in this times 10 that I don't have. So Kira the Watcher, I actually got her on my free-to-play, but not my main. But yeah, again, very good base stats. We've got a decreased attack A1, pretty similar to a lot of these other ones we're seeing, actually. A decreased accuracy A2. Also a chance to remove 1 layer of enemy buffs. Ally protect and increased defense on her A3. The increased defense is on all allies, which is pretty cool as well. 3-turn cooldown. And then whenever an ally is attacked whilst under ally protect, puts out that decreased attack. So, you know, for places like Hydra, Clan Boss, really good champion. Just really like a tanky carry. I don't think she's like uniquely special that's going to kind of change an account. I deliberately haven't put tons of effort into her on the free-to-play because I feel like she's... I've already got an unkillable team for Clan Boss. For Hydra, she would do some work. But I don't think she's kind of like that all-game carry like a Helicaf type of champ. So the last one up then is a beast. Yeah, this dude can play anywhere. When people say to me, who is the champion that can most kind of like hard carry a brand new account? If I had to choose one legendary on an account from the start, who would it be? Chris is who I choose. Yeah, I just think he does it all. He can play in any content. He does it all. And he's kind of like the master of Hydra and Clan Boss, but can play anywhere else. He's got an A1 decreased speed, AoE. He's got an A2 AoE again, puts ally protection on your team, heals on himself, and he increases your buffs. And he's got an A3, which has got a provoke, which is now really cool for Hydra as well. Puts increased defense on himself and increased speed on your team. So speeds you up, slows them down, buffs your buffs his own protection, buffs your team protection. And then, oh, by the way, at the start of a round, he gives you a massive old shield. And if he's hit, he puts 2 really annoying debuffs on the enemy. So Chris really, he does so much in the game. He's nuts. That's going to be the times 10. Let me know what you think of the guaranteed. Let me know what you think of Fortus here. Is it someone that you're going to go for? If you are, like, what content are you thinking you're going to use him in? I'm really keen to, like, understand what do people think he's going to be good for. Anyway, I'm Hell Hades. I'll catch you later.